think you're struggling, think you're the only one dragged through the mud and spat on by life. Nah, that pain you're feeling, that hollow crushing weight in your chest, that voice whispering you're never enough, it's not unique, and it sure as hell ain't special. The world's full of people feeling that same ache, drowning in their own weakness. They're choking on it. But you're here, still breathing, still able to fight. Yet you sit there whining, blaming the world for every damn thing you could have controlled. Let me break it to you straight. Life doesn't owe you a damn thing. You walk around with expectations, like somehow, some way, you're entitled to happiness. That life is supposed to be fair, hand you your dreams on a silver platter. But reality doesn't care about you, doesn't care about your dreams, your struggles, or your pain. This world is a battlefield, a brutal, unforgiving grind. And the sooner you get that through your skull, the sooner you might actually stand a chance. You say you're broken. Who isn't? I was shattered, twisted into this form you see. A weapon, a damned creature clawing through a sea of chaos and despair. Every time I looked for peace, it spat in my face, reminded me of the monster I am. But I didn't crumble. No, I embraced the hell I was given. I turned it into my strength. I became something unstoppable. You want to cry about your broken pieces? Fine. But those pieces, that's your fuel, your fire. You want power. Embrace the darkness. Let it fill you up until you're too strong to be crushed. Look at yourself, hiding, trembling, whispering to yourself that you can't do it. Weak, pathetic. You're living in the shadow of your own potential. Every day you wake up, look in the mirror, and see a stranger. Someone too afraid to take what's theirs. Why? Because it's easier to give up. Easier to sit back and let life beat you down. But that's not what warriors do. Warriors fight. They face hell and keep marching. So stand up, and face your demons. Rip through the fear, the pain, the doubt, and show this world that you refuse to be broken. You want change? Earn it. No one's coming to save you. No one's gonna hand you your destiny. You want greatness? Bleed for it. Suffer for it. Pay for it with every last ounce of strength you have. And when that runs out, find more. And if you fall, you get back up. Not tomorrow, not later, right now. Because the clock's ticking, and every second you waste feeling sorry for yourself, you're losing ground. You're handing victory to those who want to see you fail. Quit the excuses. Quit blaming everyone and everything else for where you are. Own your misery, then use it. Let it mold you, sharpen you. Get mad, get ruthless, and don't just fight for survival. Fight to conquer, because in the end, the only one who can pull you out of this hole is you. So, stop being a fool. Stand, and make the world remember your name. Look at you, standing there with your fists clenched, like you're ready to throw a punch at life. But deep down, we both know you're scared. You're terrified of failing, terrified of putting everything on the line only to lose. You'd rather stay in the shadows, hold back, play it safe. But you know what safe gets you? Nowhere. You think playing small will save you from pain, from loss? It won't. All it'll do is guarantee one thing: regret. A lifetime of regret as you watch others take what could have been yours. You think greatness comes easy? You think the warriors, the legends, the ones you look up to were handed their lives? No, they suffered, they bled, they walked through fire and came out scarred, hardened. The difference between them and you, they didn't quit. They didn't waste their time crying about how unfair it was. They took every hit, every setback, every damn loss, and used it to fuel their rise. They stood back up, again and again, until the world had no choice but to acknowledge them. And you're just a few steps away from that, but you refuse to take them. Why? Because you're too busy feeling sorry for yourself. You tell yourself it's too hard, that you're too broken, that life is too heavy. Well, guess what? It's always gonna be heavy. Life is a relentless beast, and it will keep throwing you to the ground until you learn to throw back, until you learn to be relentless yourself. So, here's the truth. No one cares about your excuses. Not me, not the world, and certainly not the future you dream about. You either rise to meet it, or you get left behind. There's no middle ground. This isn't some fairy tale where things just work out. This is war, a battle for everything you want, everything you're capable of. And right now, you're choosing to be a victim instead of a victor. What? You're tired? Tired of fighting? Tired of struggling? Good. Use it. Let the exhaustion burn away every ounce of weakness in you. Let the pain sharpen you, carve you into something unbreakable. Warriors don't complain about the journey. They endure it. They use every bruise, every scar as a reminder of who they are. So get up and show me the fire within you. Show me that you're more than just another lost soul, wandering through life. Show me that you're ready to stand toe to toe with fate and make it bow to you. And if you fall, you get up every single time. You get up until you don't recognize the person who started this journey. You get up until your name echoes in every corner of this world, until everyone who ever doubted you has no choice but to respect you. But if you're gonna keep wasting time, keep whining about how hard it is, then go. Leave. This path isn't for the weak, and I don't have time for cowards. The choice is yours. Rise, fight, or stay down and watch everything you could have had slip away. But if you're ready, if you're finally ready to become the monster this world fears, the warrior who stands alone when others flee, then come with me. I'll show you what true power feels like. I'll show you what it means to conquer, but it won't be easy, and it won't be gentle. You'll suffer, you'll bleed, and you'll break 1,000 times before you rise. But when you do, You'll be unstoppable. What's it gonna be? Are you gonna stand here, shivering in the dark, afraid to face your demons? Or are you finally gonna take what's yours? Make the choice. Make it now. And don't look back. Because once you step onto this path, there's no turning back. There's only victory or the grave. So decide, will you be a fool or will you be a legend? You think you know pain. You think you understand suffering just because you've had a rough patch or two. You don't know a damn thing about real struggle. Real struggle is clawing your way out of the pit when you've got nothing left. No strength, no hope, no light. It's when every part of you screams to just stay down, to surrender, to let the world have its way with you. But you don't. Instead, you dig deeper. You find power in places you didn't even know existed. That's what it means to fight. That's what it means to truly live. Look around you. This world doesn't care if you make it or break it. It's not watching you, waiting with sympathy. It's cold, brutal, and it moves on, with or without you. So if you think someone's coming to save you, to pick you up and hand you your dreams, think again. You've got two choices in this life. Dominate it or be crushed by it. And from what I'm seeing, you're sitting here, letting it roll right over you. You want respect, earn it. You want power, bleed for it. You want to stand on top. Then prepare to tear yourself apart to get there. No one respects weakness. No one fears hesitation. You have to be ruthless. You have to be relentless. Every breath, every move, every decision you make, it has to come from that place inside you that refuses to give up, that refuses to bow down. I'll tell you a truth that'll haunt you. The person you are right now, he's in the way. He's a shell, a fraction of who you're supposed to be. The real you. He's waiting on the other side of this weakness, this fear. But to reach him, you've got to go through hell. You've got to break every limit, crush every doubt, silence every voice telling you to stop. And that's just the beginning. People around you, they'll try to drag you down. They'll mock you, laugh at your dreams, tell you it's impossible. But those voices, they're just projections of their own failure, their own fear. So let them talk. Let them doubt. Let them laugh. You keep your head down, your eyes forward, and you walk through that storm until their voices are nothing but whispers behind you. And when you make it, and believe me, if you're willing to go through hell, you'll make it. Those same people, they'll be the first to say they always knew you could. And here's the hardest part. Even when you're alone, even when it feels like no one's got your back, you have to keep going. Because at the end of the day, this fight, it's between you and you. Not the world, not anyone else. You're the only one who stands in your way. You're the only one who decides how far you'll go. So ask yourself, are you gonna be the reason you fail? Or are you gonna be the reason you rise? Every time you choose to give in, every time you let weakness win, You're digging your own grave. But every time you push back, every time you stand tall, when the weight of the world's crushing down, you're building a legacy. You're writing a story that'll echo long after you're gone. And that's what warriors do. They turn their scars into symbols, their pain into power. They wear their failures like armor and march forward, unstoppable, untouchable. So, what's it gonna be? You ready to fight? To burn away every part of you that doesn't belong? Or are you gonna stand there, trembling, while the world moves on without you? Because if you choose the fight, if you choose to finally become who you're meant to be, you'll find a strength so raw, so fierce, it'll make everything you've ever been through feel like nothing. You'll look back at this moment, this choice, and you'll know it was the start of everything. The start of your legend. But you have to make that choice. So what's it gonna be? Are you ready to live, to fight, to conquer? Or are you gonna let fear keep you in chains forever? The choice is yours, but choose wisely. Because this moment will define you for the rest of your life. You think this is hard. You think the world's been unfair to you, that life's out to get you. Let me tell you something. Life doesn't even know you exist. It's not personal. The world, it doesn't care if you succeed, if you fail, if you burn out or shine bright. It's indifferent. The pain you feel, it's nothing but a byproduct of your expectations, of thinking you deserve something just because you want it. But out here, in reality, you get what you're willing to bleed for, what you're willing to fight for. And don't start telling me you're doing your best, 'cause I'm looking right at you, and I can see the truth. I see someone who's holding back. Someone who's afraid to go all in, afraid to burn bridges and commit. You're scared of sacrificing your comfort, scared of the sacrifices it takes to be great. So you hide behind excuses, behind distractions, blaming everyone but yourself. But deep down, you know that it's all on you. That the only thing standing between you and your dreams is the cowardice you refuse to shake off. You wanna rise, then fall. Fall 1,000 times. Get your face in the dirt. Get beaten down until you can't take it anymore. And then stand up again. That's where strength comes from. It's not in the comfort zones. It's not in the easy victories. Strength is forged in the fire, in the struggle, in the agony of pushing past every limit. And you have limits. I see them. I see the way they hold you back, wrapping around you like chains. But here's the truth. Those limits, they're lies. You created them. And only you can destroy them. Let me make it clear. Nobody cares if you're tired. Nobody cares if you're scared. Nobody cares if you feel like quitting. You think anyone out here is gonna hold your hand, wipe your tears, tell you it's okay? Nah, this world's gonna keep pushing, keep crushing, and it'll move on, with or without you. So, you either get up and fight back, or you watch as your potential rots away. as everything you could have been slips through your fingers like sand. And if that doesn't scare you, then you haven't truly thought about what's at stake. This isn't a game. This is your life. This is your one shot to make a mark, to carve your name into the fabric of existence. But you're wasting it, letting it drain away in excuses and wasted days. You have a fire inside you, a power that could shake the foundations of the earth, but you're too busy doubting yourself to unleash it. Do you understand what that means? That every single day you choose fear over action. You're burying your potential. You're letting your greatness die because you're too afraid to face the pain. And let me tell you something. That's the real tragedy here. Not the struggles you faced, not the setbacks, not the losses. The tragedy is what you're choosing to let slip away, what you're letting die inside you, all because you're afraid to embrace the struggle. But here's the thing, pain is a gift. It's a reminder that you're alive, that you're fighting. Every scar, every bruise, every ounce of suffering is a testament to the fact that you're still here, that you're still pushing. And that's more than most people can say. Most people give up. Most people choose comfort, safety, mediocrity. They settle for a life of good enough, and then they die with regrets burning in their souls. So, what about you? Are you gonna be like them? Are you gonna settle? Gonna sit back and watch your dreams fade while you pretend everything's fine? Or are you gonna break free? Are you gonna fight like hell to become the person you were meant to be? Are you ready to burn for it? To suffer? To sacrifice? To let go of every weakness holding you back? 'Cause if you're not, then go ahead and walk away now. Keep living your half-life. Keep pretending like you're content, like you're fulfilled. But don't expect pity. Don't expect sympathy, 'cause you'll get none. But if you are ready, if there's even a flicker of fight left in you, then use it. Use it to rip through every excuse, every limitation. Use it to push yourself so far that the person you are now would tremble just at the thought of what you're capable of. That's who you're meant to be. A warrior, a force of nature, unbreakable, unstoppable. But it's not gonna happen if you don't make it happen. So, what's it gonna be? Are you ready to do what it takes? Are you ready to carve your legacy with your own two hands, no matter what it costs? Are you ready to look in the mirror and finally see a warrior staring back? If you are, then stand up. Stand up and show this world who you really are.